Hello. The first release of Midjourney version 6 is in the wild, and all Midjourney users have access to it on Discord. Today, I'll focus on 3 topics for version 6. 1. Showing off the much-anticipated text capability of version 6. 2. Reviewing the enhanced and more realistic results in images. And 3. Testing the very subtle and very strong functions of version 6. First, let's do some brief housekeeping for the version 6 alpha release. Since version 6 will not be a default model until early 2024, you can access version 6 alpha through settings and select Midjourney Model V6, as shown. If you want temporary access to version 6, you may simply add --v6.0 to the end of any prompt. Let's start with a quick overview of differences in version 6. According to Midjourney, prompting is significantly different. It is said that we need to learn how to prompt for images in version 6. A key reason for this statement is that version 6 follows image prompts much more accurately. Version 6 also processes more tokens of very long prompts, many more tokens than Midjourney could process in version 5.2. This means that prompt instructions previously ignored near the end of a long version 5.2 prompt can now be recognized in version 6. With new prompt accuracy, Midjourney recommends stopping using junk tokens in prompts, such as award-winning, photorealistic, obtain render, 4K or 8K. I'll include a link in the description area to a free prompt cleaner tool that I have developed for you. It is easy to use and can remove many of these so-called junk tokens. You'll also have a link to a file with all the prompts used in this video. For our first topic, let's enjoy the new text capability. Ever since DALL-E 3 came out with rudimentary text functionality, many Midjourney users have wanted text functionality. I'll spend a little time on this new feature, since it was much desired. Here's what Midjourney says about including text in your image. The current version has a minor text drawing ability. You must write your text within quotations, or double quotes, and you may wish to use -- style raw, or use lower stylized values, such as 100, to improve text results. Here is a sample text prompt to render a SpongeBob character and a sign. And here is the result. Very nice, indeed. Next, I have a prompt for a blue hedgehog character with a white caption overlay. I really like this result with the "Let's Ride" caption. Now, a text prompt for a handwritten sticky note about washing the car. I don't think I will forget this reminder. I wondered how an attempt to write a message on a birthday cake might turn out. It seems to me that this cake is good enough to eat. I do like the colors of the icing as well. I have noticed that shorter text seems to work better than longer text. Next, we'll add the word bonjour to the sign of a Paris street cafe. I found that adding the phrase single sign or single caption to prompts can help avoid duplicate text appearing in the image. Lastly, I wanted an image of an old-fashioned diner restaurant with a neon sign. And this is the result. I thought this was fantastic. The sign was rendered wonderfully. When using version 6, you should notice more detail in renditions of humans and other subjects. We start with 4 variations of a close-up of a desert-dwelling girl with her camel. In these images, we see improved detail in the clothing material and in the patterns of clothing. The skin looks more realistic and is not so airbrushed. You can see finer strands of hair and eyelashes as well. Next, we have 4 candid shots of couples on a boat ride in the ocean. The requested candid aspect of the shot comes through in the images. Again, the details of the hair and skin are striking and believable. Facial expressions are very natural as well. You see realistic renditions of wrinkles around the eyes and foreheads of individuals. Here are 4 variations of a close-up of a young woman working on an art project. Notice that in this early release of version 6, her hands are holding art tools correctly. This was neither the case in version 5.2, nor in other AI art programs. I also love how the AI placed art colors realistically smeared on the artist's arms and hands. We don't have inpainting in version 6 Alpha, yet there are nice things we can accomplish with both the very subtle and the very strong functions. We'll begin with this photo of an Angelina Jolie lookalike wearing a lavender-colored leather jacket. I think this is a fine result. Now, I'll use the very subtle function to give her a grey-colored leather jacket and sunglasses. The very subtle function worked fine, yet the colors on the graffiti wall are a bit washed out when compared to the original. Let's try this again with the very strong function with the same modified prompt. In this version, the colors are enhanced, her pose is made more confident, and the sunglass lenses darken. All around, the very strong image is better in appearance. Next, I want a photo of a Captain America lookalike, standing in front of a skyscraper. I chose the pose and background of one of the results, yet this pose lacks his shield as part of the photo. I tried the very subtle function to get his shield into the pose. That seemed to work very well for variation number 3. Next, I decided to put the skyscraper on fire, and I knew the very strong function was more appropriate for this change. I applied both the request for his shield and the skyscraper on fire, and that yielded these 4 variations. I like all of these variations, and I was impressed with the color depth and accuracy of the results. Finally, I wanted to see if I could do a type of inpainting, using very subtle and very strong. Tim of the Theoretically Media channel inspired me to try this function. I created a watercolor illustration of a moose by a river, which I thought came out nicely. Next, I prompted for a subtle change from a moose by a river to a deer by a river. Midjourney rendered a good-looking male deer, or buck, in place of the moose. Now, I wanted to see how a very strong function would change the result. Midjourney was true to the prompt request and enhanced the colors as well. I thought the result was very nice, and I hope this inspires you to try the very subtle and very strong functions. Finally, here is a list of features that are currently working in Alpha and those to come later in version 6. At the time of this video drop, Midjourney developers are already describing an imminent update, including improvements in drawing text, image coherence, prompt accuracy, and faster and cheaper upscaling. In my opinion, version 6 Alpha is already a nice step forward. In upcoming videos, I'll examine the responsiveness of version 6 to artistic styles, camera angles, and other photographic characteristics. Let me know your thoughts regarding Midjourney 6 and features you look forward to using. Thanks again for your support and feedback. Bye-bye.